Hey everybody, it's Dory with Cauldron of Crafty Creations, and I just got done with a tutoring session, and I pick up my phone, and Instagram says your reel got 5K views, and I went, what? What reel got 5,000 views? Are you what? Like the highest I've ever seen before on a Facebook video was like a reel was like 300 views. So 5K? What? And there's all these comments and all these shares, and everybody's laughing because it's a funny video. And yeah, so I was like, okay, cool. I guess I went viral or something close to that for compared to what I've been doing. So that was kind of fun to open my phone and see all these comments, people laughing at my goofy reel on Instagram. I made a bunch of people laugh today. Yay! And they shared my video and commented, and yeah. So if you want to check it out, comment reel, and I will get you a link to the reel where I was a goofball. Oh goodness, not that there's only one video. I mean, I'm kind of a goofball most of the time. Whew. Feels good to move. My back is sore. I've been sitting too much today, but I've gotten lots of stuff done. So that's been good. And went to a YouTube class on how to do better videos. And I was like, yeah, I didn't get any of that stuff ready to do for this video. Oops. But if you are watching, let me know if you're watching live, where you're calling in from, or if you are team replay. I would love to say hello and shout you out and all those fun things. And so if you would like to say hello, that would be great. And if not, that's okay too. Some people like to watch and don't like to say anything, and that's okay. I don't get it because I love to comment when I'm watching somebody live. I'm like, yay! Are they going to say my name? Are they going to respond to my comment and read it out loud? But I kind of like to be the center of attention in case you hadn't noticed. So yeah, but I had, oh my gosh, so I joined a new group that one of my friends is running, and it's called Grounding Station, and it was awesome. So Taylor Lachey is a queen, and like she holds space like a goddess. And so going to Grounding Station with her today, and I was the only person there for the first, I don't know, good like 45, 50 minutes. And so we got to just kind of chit chat and catch up because we haven't seen each other in a while. I mean, you know, on video, we haven't actually met in person yet, but I'm like, I adore this woman. I can't wait to meet you in person and give you a real hug. And like, oh, she's just awesome. So anyway, Grounding Station was excellent. And so that was fun. And then that ran over, which was totally cool because it was like, oh, I don't want it to end, except that I have another call coming. So then I finished. After that, I went and had some of my cumin beans that I made that I had put in the Instapot before that. Before the YouTube class before that. And then I had my hot seat coaching call with Calling in Clarity with Meg Zeke, who is also a goddess. She's a mermaid queen, and we are sailing our ships and changing the world and making it a better place, and woohoo! So yeah, that was excellent. And then I got to go deliver flowers to a friend and sit and visit with her. That's part of the reason my back is not happy, because I sat on a stool, which it did have cushion on it, but just sitting with my feet down, if I'm not on an exercise ball where I can bounce and stuff, is kind of hard on my back. Doesn't like that so much. So then I came home and got a few things done real quick. And then I had tutoring session and another tutoring session. And I just finished those and saw that I had 5K views on my reel on Instagram. I was like, oh, that's fun. So I guess I'll be recording more videos where I'm acting like a goofball because it's so much fun. It's so much fun to laugh and make people laugh. I love to laugh long and loud and clear. What movie is that? Can you name that movie? Can you name it? Let's see who can name that movie. So it's funny because that song is on it's on like some versions of the movie and not on some versions of the movie. And so I'm thinking that maybe Disney Channel took it out when they put commercials in on the movie. And it's one of my very favorite movies of all time from my childhood. And so I'm curious if anybody can name the movie with that song. I love to laugh long and loud and clear. I love to laugh so everybody can hear. Excellent movie. Excellent. And actually, another song from that movie, one of my students was wanting to sing the other night, and I was like, okay, if you do a really good job on your reading, we'll use the last 5 minutes to sing that song together because it's one of my favorites too. And she did. And so we got to sing together, and that was really fun because that's one of her favorite things. And of course, I love to sing, and especially if it's a song from one of my very favorite movies. So, see if anybody can name that movie. Hi, Miss Mary. I see you watching. Hope we're having a good night. I'm having a great night. And I'm like, okay, it's oh my gosh, it's after 8. And Dory is now wide awake and super excited because my reel on Instagram got 5,000 plays, and it's gotten a whole bunch of comments and a whole bunch of shares. And I shared about it inside Work Your Light. So you can see. So if you want to watch it, drop the comment reel in the comments, and I will respond with the link to the reel over in Instagram so you can watch it. Because I was like, wait, what? 5,000 views? That's cool. So kind of fun. And it was a goofy one. I was being silly and said I'll let you watch it. I'll let you watch it so you can see what I say. Thank you. And I got to be the delivery bunny and deliver some flowers to a very dear friend today and give her one of my cards that I had made and family, and I gave it to her together as a thank you for taking such good care of my aunt's dog. Once my aunt got to the point where she couldn't take care of her anymore, and the dog just died on Monday. And so we got flowers for my aunt and then for the friend so that let them know that we're thinking of them and sending them love. Saying goodbye to Jazz. She turned 14 on Saturday. And so the friend had done a huge birthday party for Jazz on Saturday at my aunt's place and had a cake for the specially made cake for the dogs to eat and cupcakes for their humans. And so she made it just long enough to go to her birthday party and celebrate. And then she decided to go over the Angel Bridge or the Rainbow Bridge and take on her wings. So it was fun to get to deliver flowers and love and homemade cards. So it's been a good day. It's a good day to have a good day. So how's your day going? Anybody watching? Let me know in the comments. Or if you're watching the replay, you can let me know and I'll come back and respond. I hope your day has been good and you've done something fun or exciting or relaxing or enjoyable in some way, shape, or form. Taking some time for you. Oh, goodness. So that's I was going back through my notes for my Calling in Clarity course the other day, looking for the notes I had taken on something. And I found a list of goals that I had written last August. And one of them was to spend more time in like connecting with friends, because my mom and I were so close that we spent a lot of time together, and I didn't spend much time with other people. And so I was like, no, I want to really work on like at least once a week getting out and doing something face to face in real life with another friend or person who I love. And so I was already kind of practicing doing that before my mama got her angel wings in November. And so that's been, and so it was good to be reminded of that. Oh yeah, like social connection. And and after I lost my mom, like I definitely was like, okay, these days are going to be especially tough. Like my birthday and Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. And so like making sure that if I wasn't already invited to spend time with somebody, to have social interaction with somebody else that day, that I made sure to be like, hey, I know this day's going to be tough because I normally would celebrate it with mom. So could I join you? And did that for a couple of different, for my birthday and at Christmas time, and then also for New Year's. And so of course, it's kind of like, that's like that little bit of like crunchy, like uncomfortable, like, oh, I'm going to invite myself to your house for something or to do something with you. But it was also like, this is something that I knew that I needed. And these are people who have said, we love you and we're here for you. Let us know if there's anything you need. And I was like, okay, so I'm going to take them up on that offer. And so, and of course it was always well received, and ended up getting to do things with people that I loved on those days, and helped make it easier to not have my mama in her physical presence, even though of course she made her presence felt, with, I'd get in the car to go meet my friend for lunch on my birthday, and one of my mom's favorite songs is playing on the radio in the car, and things like that. So definitely know she's still with me and feel her presence and get messages from her, but it's also important and nice to get to spend time with other people and expand on those connections and relationships with other people in my life. And that's actually something that that is so important, is to look at our relationships with the people that we're close to. And those relationships have such a big impact on our lives, because it's not just that relationship that's impacted. Like if you have something going on in a relationship with somebody, if there's like tension or problems or something in a relationship with somebody you're close to, whether it's like a family member or somebody you work with, somebody you spend a lot of time with for whatever reason, it's really important to work on those relationships and like have those difficult conversations, because once we do have those difficult conversations, or even if it's like working it out with your therapist or working it out by writing about it in your journal and things like that, doing different meditations, it really, it doesn't just help shift that relationship. It helps like other things in your life fall into place and get better. And, when so I had written a poem when I came to feel forgiveness, love and compassion and forgiveness for my dad in my heart, back in 2021. And like, having written that poem and then like talking about it and sharing it with people, like made a really big difference for me. But then when I actually took that poem and I put it in a card and mailed it to my dad, not because I was expecting a response from him, because that wasn't what it was about. It was about, I came here to be love. And so putting love into the world, even in response to somebody who's caused me incredibly deep pain with their words and actions, it helped. Like nothing changed in the relationship with him, but things changed in relationships with other people in my life and other areas of my life where things had been stuck or not working got better, because I put love into the world and like sent that out. And putting that into the world, like it has ripple effects. And so just thinking about areas of your life where if there's something that's stuck in a relationship for whatever reason, when you look at that and you start working on it, it's amazing what can happen. And literal miracles, things that you never thought could possibly happen ever in your life, start happening because you put love and intention into something that needed work and needed improvement. And I mean, it can help with things like improving a health, a health challenge that you're having. Oftentimes our health challenges are not about our physical body. The physical symptoms that we're experiencing are actually symptoms of things that are happening mentally and emotionally that are manifesting in our bodies to try to get our attention and be like, look at this. This is something you need to work on. This is something that needs your attention and intention and love. And so it's just been something that I have really noticed in my life. Like when I start working on something in one area of my life and working on improving something in one area of my life and putting loving attention and intention into changing and shifting, it helps those other things in life that maybe you didn't even feel like were yours to fix, didn't even realize that you would have the opportunity to fix because it was something happening with somebody else in your life. And you thought, well, gosh, I can't change who that person is. No, you can't change who that person is, but you can change how you respond and how you react and how you interact with other people. And that helps shift those other things. And it's just been really exciting to see those ripple effects when we start working on healing what's going on in our life, whether it's something that we're dealing with physically or mentally or emotionally. When we start working on like, oh, okay, I'm going to learn how to do Reiki so that I can heal myself. And then in healing myself, I'm also healing relationships with family members, or, if I do a healing Reiki session on somebody else, I then also have that healing happening in my body and my, life situations. And it's so interesting and exciting to see how the people who come to me for help with Reiki or help, with different things offerings that I put out there, and they're like, oh, I'm trying to manifest this in my life, or I'm trying to shift this. I'm trying to get better at this. I'm like, oh, I have those issues too. Like, somebody comes to me and they're like, oh, I had a really difficult relationship with this person in my life. And I want I want to heal that relationship. And they've already died. So it's not like I can talk to them. I'm like, well, actually you can. And I'm a medium. And so I can actually bring messages from them to you. It's like, oh, I have relationships like that I could work on too. Or, something that is coming up for somebody as a physical symptom. And they're like, well, how do I work on this? And I'm like, oh, well, your, for example, diabetes and your pancreas is about bitterness. So when was the time in your life, the first time in your life that you maybe felt bitter about something? And they start telling me a story and I'm like, oh, that sounds a lot like my life and why I became bitter and ended up with diabetes and blood sugar issues, which I have reversed miraculously, magically through a variety of healing modalities that I have to offer to other people, and can now help other people do the same. And the techniques that I have learned to help heal my blood sugar and my pancreas can actually be used to help heal lots of other ailments, dis-ease as well. So it's really interesting to see how everything is so interrelated and connected and stuff like that. So, all right. Well, I think I'm going to call it a night. My back is asking for an ice pack. So I am going to go get an frozen bottle of water that I use as ice packs and put that on my low back and try try to ease some of this pain before it's time to go to bed. So thanks for watching. I hope that you do something today that sets your soul on fire, brings you joy, and that you follow your bliss. I love you all. Take care, and I will see you next time.